Hi, this is Gary Robinson with Lityx, and I'm going to walk you through a new feature in LityxIQ 5.1.1, which is the ability to define a pivot within the aggregation step. For some time, LityxIQ has provided a way to transpose columns into rows. With this update, you can now pivot rows into columns. I'll be using the same example as the one you'll find on our support site, detailing the use of this new functionality. You can find it at support.lityxiq.com. Under Home, Data Manager, How To, Defining a Pivot within the aggregation step. In this example, we've got a very small, simple data set comprised of 3 columns of data, 12 rows. We have 2 states, we have 4 domain names, and we have 12 zips. Let's jump into LityxIQ. What we'd like to do in this example is aggregate by state, so that we'll end up with just 2 rows in our final data set. But we'd like to turn our domain name into 4 fields of one-hot binary indicators as to whether that domain name is in that state. Further, we'd like to calculate the number of unique zips by state and domain name. Let's take a look at how we do that. Here's what our final data set will look like. For each state, we'll have the 1-0 indicators of domain name, and we'll have the count of unique zips for each of the domains by state. We'll use our example data set, and we'll go down to Aggregate. Choose Edit. We're going to aggregate by state. No need to change anything on aggregation type. Go to Summaries, and you now see this new area, Use Pivot Variables. We're going to check that. We're choosing to pivot by domain name. And Create Pivot One-Hot Binaries is checked by default, which is what we want in this case. Further, we're going to do a normal calculation, but this time on zip. And we're going to choose Count Unique Values. When we hit Save Changes, we get a little error that pops up reminding us that we need to use @PivotValue in our naming convention since we're doing a pivot. So we're just going to copy this and place it down in the variable name. Make it a little bit more clear. We'll put domain in the front. Save these changes. Save down below. And now you can see in the aggregate step, we're aggregating by state, and summaries are being computed for 4 binary variables, such as domain_Yahoo, and 4 summary variables based on count of unique zip. If we want to further see what our output will look like, we can look at our final data set through the drop and reorder fields. Simple as that. I hope this was helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.